Welcome to Florence, Italy. Known for its breathtaking art, stunning architecture, and rich history, this vibrant city offers a journey through time. Today, we're exploring one of its most exciting and ancient traditions, Calcio Storico. Now over to me on the ground in Florence to tell you a little bit more. Okay, today is the day. It's a big festival in Florence, and they have Calcio Storico, which translates to historic football. So it's an annual football match. Well, not like football like we know it though. It's more like, I don't know, wrestling meets football meets rugby, some crazy shit. But it looks like I've sourced a ticket, which is miraculous because it sells out instantly. So I'm quite pleased if this comes through. But yeah, this match has been going on for hundreds of years, and it's like 4 neighborhoods in Florence that all compete against each other, and today's the final. The festivities begin with a grand parade through the streets of Florence, known as the Corteo Storico. This parade is a spectacular showcase of Florence's rich history and cultural pride. Participants don elaborate, colourful costumes that replicate the fashion of the Renaissance era. These detailed garments reflect the splendour and pageantry of 16th century Florence, transporting us back in time. Here's a key figure in the parade carrying 2 footballs, one red and one blue. Now these represent the 2 teams that have reached the final. More on that later. The air is filled with rhythmic beats of drums and the melodies of traditional instruments. The drummers maintain a steady pulse, energizing the crowd and setting the pace for the parade. Flag bearers showcase their skill and precision, performing intricate routines with vibrant flags. Each flag represents one of Florence's 4 historical quarters: Santa Croce, Santa Maria Novella, Santo Spirito, and San Giovanni. The booming sound of cannons adds a dramatic flair to the parade, heightening the sense of anticipation and excitement. These cannons, reminiscent of Florence's martial past, echo through the streets, marking the start of the celebrations. Leading the parade are city officials and dignitaries, often on horseback. Dressed in historical attire, they symbolize the governance and continuity of this centuries-old tradition. And finally, a bull, symbolizing strength and tradition, is led through the parade. This powerful animal is a nod to Florence's agricultural heritage and the enduring spirit of the city. Well, when it wants to be anyway. After the parade, the fans flood the streets. This year, it's the Reds versus the Blues, the Rossi versus the Azzurri. Now, I mentioned earlier that I managed to get tickets last minute, despite this match always selling out quickly. And that's quite a funny story. So someone that I'd met in my hostel a couple of days before was also looking for tickets. And he messaged me that morning saying he thinks he might have got his hands on some. We just had to meet someone in Florence to collect them. So we turn up outside of this gelato store and we're met by this huge Italian man. And it turns out he's one of the players for Team Azzurri. He's injured himself and he's not playing in the match today. But he has spare tickets. So we got our tickets from one of the players. Could you imagine that in any other sport? Imagine going to see Argentina play and collecting your tickets from Lionel Messi. It's unbelievable. So for today, I am Team Azzurri through and through. The parade winds its way through Florence's narrow, picturesque streets, finally arriving at Piazza Santa Croce. Here, the anticipation builds as the players prepare for the intense competition that is about to unfold. Every June, the heart of this historic sport beats strongest in this iconic square, as it's transformed into a sandy arena hosting the annual Calcio Storico matches. The event is part of the city's celebration of the feast day of St. John the Baptist, who's Florence's patron saint. The excitement in the crowd rises as the entire parade gathers on the pitch. Fans eagerly anticipate what's coming next. Let the games begin! The sport dates back to the 16th century, and although the name translates to historic football, this isn't your typical football match. So like a blend of football, rugby, wrestling, it's played with fierce competitive spirit that reflects Florence's storied past. I've got to be honest, I had no idea what was happening at the start, but thankfully some of the very passionate locals noticed my confusion and explained some of the rulings to me. The origins of Calcio Storico trace back to the early Renaissance. Florentines would play a game called Gioco del Calcio in the city's public squares. It was a way to train young men for combat, honing their strength, agility, and teamwork. Today, this ancient tradition lives on with the 4 teams representing the historical quarters of Florence. Calcio Storico is played with 27 players on each side, battling it out on the sandy field. The objective is simple: get the ball to the opposite end of the pitch. But in Calcio Storico, there are few rules. Players can use any means necessary to achieve their goal, resulting in a fierce and often brutal competition. Strategy and strength are crucial. Teams employ a mix of tactical plays and sheer physical force. You'll see players wrestling opponents to the ground, making powerful runs and executing precise passes, all while trying to outmaneuver the other team. When a goal is scored, the celebrations are ecstatic. The crowd's energy is electric, with fans passionately cheering for their team. The support from the stands is a vital part of the game, adding to the thrilling atmosphere. Unfortunately for us and our new Azzurri friends, the red team won. The Azzurri lost. After the final whistle, the celebrations extend beyond the field. The entire city comes alive with fireworks, music and festivities, celebrating not just the game, but the enduring spirit and unity of Florence. Calcio Storico is more than just a game. It's a living testament to Florence's rich cultural heritage. It's a tradition that brings the community together, celebrating the city's history, strength and spirit. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the heart of Florence and the thrilling world of Calcio Storico. Until next time, ciao!